Guys, so we are just ready to upload our new video, and the topic this time is reported speech or indirect speech. So let's move on ahead. This is a curriculum of CBC class 10th English, and the topic is reported speech or indirect speech. And we are going to give you the explanation, examples, the keywords, and migration and movements of verbs. Okay, so here we goes. So when we heard reported speech, the word reported speech, what exactly it comes in our mind? Reported speech is nothing but a statement said by someone to somebody when it gets represented to that second person, represented by that second person to a third person. It is known as repeated speech. Now, if somebody is saying something directly, that's direct speech, and if the listener is conveying that message to someone else, that is known as indirect speech or reported speech. So we mean to say that if we report what another person had said, we usually do not use the speaker's exact words, means direct speech, but report it indirect speech. Therefore, we need to learn how to transform direct speech into reported speech. And of course, the structure is a little different depending on whether you want to transform a statement, a question, or request. So while framing this answers, you need to take into consideration whether the given question is into a statement format or a question format, or it's a polite request. Even the request has two types: polite request. If that request is not polite, then it will be considered as a order. So while transforming statements, you need to check what you have to change in the given statement, whether it's the pronouns you have to migrate, whether it's the present tense verbs, or place and time expressions, or tenses. So a new term, backshift of tenses, we will learn about it in further pages. Now before moving on ahead, let me explain you the basic difference between direct speech and reported speech. Now take an example: direct speech, I speak English. So this is a statement spoken by somebody, I speak English. When it's getting converted into reported speech, I will write, he says that he speaks English. So here there is no backshift of tenses. Now when I have to include backshift of tenses, same sentence when converted into reported speech will be written as, he said that he spoke English. So both are grammatically correct. Now the points mentioned over here, when do we use reported speech? Sometimes someone says a statement or sentence like, I'm going to the cinema tonight. So this given statement is written with inverted commas. Later, the person who said that I'm going to the cinema tonight, he may or may not want to tell someone else what the first person said. So when we have to convey this message to somebody else, it will be called that reported speech or indirect speech. So here is how it works. We use a reporting verb like say or tell. He said, he told. If this verb is in the present tense, if the given verb is in the present tense, it's easy to convert. We just put she says and then the statement, then the sentence. Now example is direct speech, I like ice cream, and when it gets converted into reported speech, it will be written as, she says she likes ice cream. Now we really don't need to change the tenses, though probably we need to change the person from I to she. Now when a statement is directly propounded by someone, it will be written at, I want to play, right? And when it will get converted into reported speech, instead I will prefer to say, she said that she wants to play. We also may need to change words like my or your. On the other hand, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then usually we change the tense in the reported speech. Now example is, I like ice cream, she said she liked ice cream. So past tense. Sentence has been converted into past tense. Now reported statement. How can we make the reported speech here? In fact, it's not so different from reported statement. The tense changes are the same, and we keep the question word. So we need to put into consideration the question word. The very important thing though is that once we tell the question to someone else, it isn't a question anymore. So somebody is asking a question to you, and if you are representing that question to someone else, that same question doesn't remain as a mere question, but it's a statement. So we need to change the grammar to a normal positive statement, normal positive sentence. Now take into consideration the examples given here. Be careful, said and told have a small difference. So there is a small difference between said and told. After told, we need to include a person. She said she wanted to go home. So this is an example. She said she wanted to go home. So after said, we have used the word she. So here the speaker is talking about herself itself. So there is no other second person. In the next example, she told me she wanted to go home. So after told, here I've used the word me. She told me. So I'm the second person. First person is conveying a message to me that she wanted to go home. She told John that she wanted to go home. Again, John is the third person. She told John that she wanted to go home. So this is the difference between said and told. Now what could be wrong? She told she wanted to go home. After told, you cannot use the same person. She said me. After said, you cannot use the second person. She said me that she wanted to go home. And these are the basic important rules, guys. You have to take into consideration the words. If a sentence is given into simple present, it gets converted into simple past while converting it into reported speech. Example of simple present is I want to go home. And if the same sentence has to be written in reported speech, you have to write she said she wanted to go home. Similar is the case with present continuous. It gets converted into past continuous. Simple past always gets converted into past perfect. Example of past perfect. If the statement is simple past, I ate pasta for dinner last night. And if the same statement is getting converted into reported speech using, it automatically gets converted into past perfect. And the example is, she said she had eaten pasta for dinner last night. So something which has been done earlier in the past. Present perfect gets converted into past perfect. Examples are given there. Can gets converted into could while changing it from direct to reported speech. Cannot get converted into couldn't. Similarly, will gets converted into would and won't get converted into would not. So direct speech and reported speech, this was you have to take into consideration while framing the sentences, and also while reading the questions you need to observe it very carefully which word has been described there. Now the explanation part. Now the golden rules for converting reported speech. How to use reported speech. If you have a statement or sentence in direct speech, try to follow the 5 mentioned points below. Now first point is define the type of the sentence. Try to identify the type of the sentence, whether it's a statement, it's a question, or it's a command. What tense is used in the introductory statement? Introductory statement is the first statement, the main clause. Do you have to change the person? Do you have to change exactly the pronouns given in the sentences? Do you have to make a backshift of the tenses? Backshift already discussed. Do you have to change expressions of time and place? So we'll understand about expression of time and place in further pages. So what is important here? To mind the type of the sentences given in the question. It should be either into the format of statements, questions, or commands and requests. So the introductory sentence in reported speech can be in the present or in the past. If the introductory statement in the question is given into simple past, simple present, there is no backshift of tenses. So if the statement given to you is in the format of simple present, you don't require to do make a backshift of tenses. Example, Susan said within inverted comma, Mary works in an office. So if the same sentences gets converted into simple present, I will write Susan says that Mary works in an office. And if the same sentences gets written into simple past, Susan said that Mary worked in an office. So change of persons or pronouns. If there is a pronoun in direct speech, it has probably to be changed into reported speech, depending exactly on the situation given in the question. Now the example of direct speech, Susan, I work in an office. And if I write this statement into reported speech, I will write it. Susan said, by inserting a new word, that. Susan said that she worked in an office. So here, I word has been changed into she, because Shushan was a lady. Now if there is a backshift of tense in the reported speech, the tense has to be shifted in the following manner. before understanding that, understand this example. Direct speech, Peter, I walk in the garden. And the same statement while being written into reporter speech, Peter said that he walked in the garden. So that was has been inserted here. Walk got converted into walked. Rest all same. So in the box, some rules are given here. Simple form, simple present, simple past, present perfect, past perfect. So simple present gets converted into simple past, and if the statement given is into simple past, simple perfect, present perfect, past perfect, it has to be get converted into past perfect. Will always gets converted into would while framing it into reported speech. Similarly, is gets converted into was or were. Was, were, if mentioned in the statement, gets converted into had been. Has been also gets converted into had been, and had been remains same as had been. So you need to take into consideration, you need to focus on the words given here and the formats. Now, I've said we're going to discuss about the expression of time and place. If there is an expression of time or place in the statement, it can be changed depending on the situation. Now, Peter said, direct speech, I walked in the garden yesterday. Right. So, if I'm going to present the statement today or tomorrow, the very next day after the incident occurred, I will write it into into narration form. Peter said that he had walked in the garden the day before. So, I'm telling this statement, I'm propounding this statement today itself. So, I will use day before for yesterday. So these are the words again you need to take into consideration while framing the statement. This evening gets converted into that evening. Today, this day gets converted into that day. These days, those days, now, then, a week ago, a week before, last weekend, the weekend before, or the previous weekend, next week, the following week, tomorrow, the next or following day, and here, there. So these are the additional information. In some cases, backshift of tense is not necessary. For example, when statements are still true, if the given statement is an universal fact or universal truth, you are not required to make a backshift of tenses. And backshift of tense is never wrong. Example, John, my brother is at Leipzig University. So we can write it in two formats. John said that his brother was at Leipzig University, or John said that his brother is at Leipzig University. Right? And similar is the case. Mandy, the sun rises in the east. One gets converted into narrative form, indirect speech, reported speech. Mandy said that the sun rose in the east, or Mandy said that the sun rises in the east. Because this completely depends when we are presenting this statement in front of someone else. The word that is optional, so we have just written mention that word that into inverted commas, brackets. So these are the words while framing statement into direct to indirect, we need to put into consideration. Report is telling about something to someone else. What is aspect? The characteristic of the verb that expresses the way an action happens, how it happens, the manner. Auxiliary verbs are just a verb to show the verb tense to form a question. It always used with another verb. Example, have, be, may, do, shall, will, can, or must. And modal verbs, very important to understand the difference bifurcations between auxiliary verb and modal verb. Modal verbs are usually used with another verb to express ideas such as possibility, necessity, and permission. So whenever you will see in the statement that there is a possibility, expression of thoughts, or permission to do something or not to do something, you need to focus on the word, whether the word given is modal verb. And how can you identify? Modal verbs comprises of the words such as can, could, shall, should, ought to, will, or would. Now let's focus on the rules. It's not so different from reported statement. The tense change are the same and we keep the question words. The very important thing though is that once we tell the question to someone else, it isn't a question anymore. So we need to change the grammar to a normal positive statement. Now suppose in the question you are getting some question, where are you going? So when the statement will get converted into reported speech, she asked me where I was going. So the question which is being asked by first person to second person If second person is presenting that same statement to someone else, that doesn't remains as a question furthermore. Right. So just take an example. Direct speech statement given is where do you live? So if I have to convert this into reported speech, I will write she asked me where I lived. So the direct question is in the present simple tense. We make a simple question with do or does. So I need to take that away. Then I need to change the verb to the past simple. Another example. Direct speech. Where is Julie? Gets converted into reported speech. She asked me where Julie was. The direct question is the present simple of be. We make the question form of the present simple of be by inverting, changing the position of the subject and the verb. So subject and verb gets changed further on while framing the statement. So we need to change them back before putting the verb into the past simple. Now see the examples. Where is the post office? Invert comma please. So this is a polite request. She asked me where the post office was. What are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. Who was that fantastic man? She asked me who that fantastic man had been. So all the three questions in the direct questions are starting with WH. Where, what, who. But what if we need to report a yes or no question? We don't have any question words to help us. So we have to use if. Like if the question is not getting started with WH, we need to use if. Example, do you like chocolate? So no where, no what, no who. The statement is starting with do. Do you like chocolate? So if I have to convert it into reported speech, I will directly simply write it into the format. She asked me that if I like chocolate. So next is reported request. What if someone asks you to do something in a polite way? If that's not a polite way, if the request is not being made in a polite way, that doesn't remain as a request anymore. Instead, that gets converted into order formats. So close the window please. So this is a polite request. So we can convert it into could you close the window please, or would you mind closing the window please? All of these questions means the same thing. So we don't need to report every word when we tell another person about it. We simply use ask me, she asked me to close the window please, plus 2 plus infinitive form of verb. So reported speech is she asked me to close the window. That's it. So if you are getting either of the question, close the window please, or could you close the window please, or would you mind closing the window please, you simply need to eliminate the questions and insert she asked me to close the window. Now example, please help me. She asked me to help her. Please don't smoke. She asked me not to smoke. Could you bring my book tonight? She asked me to bring her book that night. Could you pass the milk please? Again, this is a request because she's asking to pass the milk in a polite manner. She asked me to pass the milk. Would you mind coming early tomorrow? She asked me to come early the next day. Now the reported orders. So in the last page we discussed about request. This is order. What if the question given is into the order format? What if somebody doesn't ask you questions in a polite manner? So you can simply say that the given statement is into order formats. We can call this an order in English when someone tells you very directly to do something. Example, sit down. So this is a direct order, right? So if you are getting an order, we make this reported speech in the same way as a request. We just use tell instead of ask. She told me to sit down because this is an order. So she told me and I have to follow. I'm binding to follow the instructions given by her, the orders given by her. Direct order, go to bed. So this is again a direct order given to a child by his parents. So he told the child to go to the bed. Don't worry. Right? So again this is a direct order. Don't worry, I'm here to take care of you. So he told her not to worry. Be on time. Again this is an order. He told me to be on time. Don't smoke. Again this is an order because smoking is not a good habit. So he told us not to smoke. Now with reference to time expressions in reported speech, guys. Sometimes when you change direct speech into reported speech, we have to change time expressions too. Like when the given statement has been said, when it's being represented, whether it's being getting represented today, tomorrow, a month later, or after a fortnight, or after a quarter, or after 6 months. We don't always have to do this. However, it depends on when we heard the direct speech and when we say the reported speech. For example, it's Monday, right? So today's Monday. Julie says, I'm leaving today. So if I have to tell the statement on Monday itself, I will say Julie said she was leaving today, because I'm presenting the statement today itself. If I tell someone on Tuesday, the next day, I will say that Julie said she was leaving yesterday, because Julie had already left. If I tell someone on Wednesday, a day later, I will write it into indirect speech. Julie said she was leaving on Monday. If I tell someone a month later, now again this is the bifurcation of time difference. Julie said she was leaving that day. Okay, so these are the words which gets converted from direct to indirect speech. Now gets converted into then, at that time, and this is with reference to time expression. So you need to be very careful while seeing and understanding the given question or given statement. What words has been used over there? Now, today, yesterday, last night, last week, or tomorrow. So depending on the time, what time it has been represented, you need to use then that, and the words given at the right hand side. So be very careful while choosing the words. No hard and fast rule, guys, nothing confusing. You just need to take into consideration by what time the given statement has been said when you are going to represent. Now suppose your mother asks you to do something today. So if you are representing that word to your father, that statement to your father today, you have to use a different statement. If you are going to tell your father tomorrow, you have to use different words. And if you are going to present that word to your father a month later, you have to choose different words, because time lapses. So that's all, guys. We are done with reported speech. Nothing to worry at all. Reported speech is all about rules and shifting of tenses, backshift of tenses. So you need to be very careful while understanding the questions being given. Right. So reported speech in short is nothing but we are referring to something that was said either by ourselves or by someone else in the past. So if you are presenting something which has been spoken in the past and you are just writing it out or presenting the statement to someone else, that is known as reported speech. That's all, guys. Thank you so much. You just need to put into consideration the words given in the boxes and broach it out in your notebook, read it twice and thrice and understand. Reported speech is all about presenting the words, using the words in the perfect manner. That's it. Thank you so much.